Hello, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful day here at St. Clair College. We got some Conference 1 Valorant action today. John Bilbang Zudima joined today by Donka J. And I mean, last time we saw St. Clair in Conference 1, it was probably the best series of Valorant I've seen in a very, very long time.
Yeah, like we were speechless like after like both of the games. It was just so competitive, so intense. We were on the edge of seats.
Yeah, I mean, it was 16-14 map number 1, and it was 14-12 on map number 2. So both times pushing it to the edge. And I mean, for St. Clair, they are going to have a lineup change today. They are going to have Wombat back in, Lupo going to sub out. And I got to say, Lupo looked really, really good in that last match. So, I mean, I can't say I'm surprised it was a substitute call up, but I mean, when you can prove yourself like that, I could definitely see himself slotting into the main roster sometime soon.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially when he had like 2000 ping or 1000
Yeah.
for like 5 rounds or six, and he still managed to do good.
Yeah, for sure. And you look at it in the future too, it motivates the team, right? Because when you have a guy on your substitute, like on your bench that can do that well, it motivates you to get better, right? Because you're on the main roster, you want to keep your spot, and when you got guys showing up when they need to, that's when you say, okay, like I got to step up my game so I can keep my spot here, or else Lupo's going to come in and take it. So I mean, right now he's sitting in the nest, ready to go for the next time someone might need a switch out here. But here we go. Map number 1 is going to be Ascent, and St. Clair is going to start on attack. So, I mean, we saw their attack last week was ridiculously good. So, I'm hoping to see the same thing this time.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like especially like they always had like good pushes on A, good pushes on B, and they mainly went B or A, I believe. So we'll see. Hopefully, we see some changes.
Yeah, for sure. So we are going to see Wombat back in the lineup, back on that Sky. They were testing out a little bit of KO a couple weeks ago, but it seems like they've gone back to that Sky, the tried, true, and faithful. And we are going to see U Wisconsin, Madison or UWM is going to be rocking a KO themselves. So slightly different agent select here. Usually we see a pretty closely mirrored one here, but actually a lot of differences between how these two teams' compositions look.
Yeah, like right now, as you can see, that they're buying light shields and classics for Wisconsin and one ghost. As for Saints, they are buying ghosts, frenzies, and one classic.
Yeah, interesting choices here. They are going to be pushing up onto A here in just a second. One-way smoke is it going to come out? A couple of scan darts and a shock dart going to come out, do a little bit of damage to Bugsy there, but we'll just back off. And I think both teams going to play this site pretty slow. Pistol rounds, they tend to wait until around a minute before they start rushing in, but make me eat my words here. They start pushing to A. Goss are going to take the first kill and the second one on a JRC on the other side. Finding a third. Casper going to get one back, though. Is going to be able to force himself onto A site, and Plant will go down here. Blossom putting spawn down and starting the clock for UWM.
As you can see there, they've pushed the site, they have planted the spike, and
Yeah, so it is going to be just a 1v1, but Blossom going to get 2 and going to turn that round right around for St. Clair. Blossom definitely clutching up there, picking up a 3K with this Frenzy. Popped out from underside heaven and got 2, so definitely a pretty lopsided one there. You saw Gogster at the very beginning of that round, got 2 quick kills with that classic. But a good job getting that bomb plant down. And it seemed like they could have played that a little bit slower. They are on a 2-man advantage. But they kind of just rushed into the site and ended up costing them. Blossom popping off in that round meant that they were able to take it. And you see the buys here are going to come through for St. Clair, full shields and specters. While we are going to see just the classics for UWM as well as a Marshall for Bean Boy.
yeah, it looks like that they're also sticking with A, like they did like last game. That's I believe that's their strong
Yeah.
point.
And I want to talk about the agents here too. So you see, we actually have Astros on both sides, yeah, Jets on both sides. Nothing too crazy, but we do have a Cypher here for UWM, and while we have a Killjoy for St. Clair. So what do you think about these different team compositions?
Personally, like I like Cypher. I like how you can just set up on site and you can just do whatever you want, and just you're just there and you're just supporting your team. It's just, like that's just me.
Yeah, Bean Boy gets a nice clip on a JRC there with the Marshall. Nice headshot. Oh, gonna get a no-scope on a Casper. Bean Boy popping off here in round number 2. Definitely hurting their eco. Goes for the Spectre, but has to get through the smoke. Can he find a way to push this, make it a 1v5? On the other side, this is VKN, though. VKN gonna get him through the wall, and Bean Boy does a lot to damage St. Clair's eco, but they will end up taking the round regardless.
Yeah, as we can see right now.
It looks like I was saying before. So you have Cypher, you have VCAN on the Killjoy. Like, how do you feel about Cypher on this map compared to the Killjoy? Like, obviously the Killjoy plays B a lot of the time, can benefit from this tight quarters, especially on sidewalk. Whereas Cypher has the advantage of being able to be kind of across the map, covering A site while having his traps down on B. So how do you think that plays out for both of these sides?
Well, see now for Killjoy, like her boombot or not boombot, sorry, her turret is really good because you don't have to supervise the bullet or the turret as much as you have to do with the Cypher cam.
Mm.
Like you just get alerted. You just have to stay in the specific meter zone,
Yeah.
and they just shoot, and you can also get like a couple of dinks maybe.
Yeah, so Gox are going to get first blood here on the Casper with a nice headshot. Casper poking his head out a little bit too far in mid there. But Goxer still holding Catwalk here, actually. They look like they want to try and push up towards him. Goxer going to take a peek, but will be covered in smoke here from mid for the moment. So he's going to hold this for a while, I think. Oh, he's not going to find him. No, Wombat able to back off that at just the right time. But St. Clair not going to have a lot of time left in this round. 50 seconds. Going to try and find an opening here sometime soon.
Yeah, it looks like now that they're rotating to B, doesn't look like that Madison really knows that they're rotating.
Is just going to be Neebs on site here to try and stop this push from St. Clair, but a lot of sound coming through for that Cypher cage. Arthur going to get JRC through the smoke there. Unfortunate shot for JRC there, and does make it a 5v3. Neeb's going to find 2 on site as well. It's just going to be Wombat versus the world. Is he going to find 1? No, Neeb's going to get a 3rd. And UWM clean up that bonus round. Actually managed to keep all their guns, which is super important coming into this next one, as St. Clair will be able to get their full buys through.
Yeah, it looks like right now, like they were able to save their guns, and they were also able to pick up some guns that they might have needed for that round. And now it's called 2-1 for St. Clair.
Yeah, for sure. Neebs definitely held that well on site. Cypher traps helped them out quite a bit, but he did get a double dink on those headshots and was able to keep St. Clair off of B site. So, like we were saying, usually St. Clair tends to go towards A site a lot more often on Ascent, just because I feel like it's a lot more easily accessible, and B site is so hard to get onto without taking a lot of utility damage. So definitely St. Clair's preferred site, but it looks like they're going to push towards B here. They have 3 committed, so they might try this one out.
Yeah, as you can see, the bomb is still A, though. They might be just faking B while Astra just goes and plants on A. As you can see that right now, UWM are rotating, or not all of them, but most of them are on B right now. They can just go A and get it.
Yeah, Jet is going to be sneaking around back behind them on A side. They have no idea. Neeb's going to get one through the smoke. Looking for a second. Here's the Odin, but can't find the head. Oh, third down to 30 HP. Is going to get taken down by Casper there. So traded out for the Sova. It is going to be 4v4. And they are going to be planting this bomb on A side here in just a second. So St. Clair does get this bomb down, but they do have 2. Trying to scramble over and get to site. There is going to be 1 in spawn here. This could be bad if Casper doesn't realize this Jet is going to be there. Yeah, it's going to pick up Bean Boy. Going to get Casper rotating around. This could spell danger for St. Clair, depending on how they play this, because they're going to get wrapped around from heaven and from their own spawn. They are going to have one walking through Catwalk here. JRC is going to have a nice flank. We'll be able to hold the angle for a second. Wall going to come down on site, though. It is going to be traded out there. Blossom and Arthwood going to pick up one apiece. It is going to be a door coming down here in just a second. JRC going to get a headshot on Bean Boy. It's going to be 2v2 here. Diffuse is coming down, though. Are they going to be able to stop this? No, it's going to be UWM taking that round. Wombat going to pick up 2 at the end of that, but Wombat just playing a little bit too safe under heaven there, and it meant that they got the diffuse down. I don't know, maybe they just, because of the wall, Wombat didn't hear the diffuse coming down, and maybe that's why he didn't go for it. But I'm very surprised that they ended up giving up that round, because they invested a lot there.
Oh yeah, no, like that was crazy. They just, I believe they just shot randomly, just said that Wombat wouldn't hear the diffuse, and it's a good strat in my opinion.
Yeah, it's so hard when you're behind that astro wall, because there's so much suffocation you feel when you're stuck underneath heaven. There's no way to escape it. That's going to be a gravity well coming down. Wombat going to get one. Looking for a second here. Bean Boy down to 80 HP, but will back off here in just a second. Spray going to come down, but that's going to be a lot of damage from that fragmentation from the KO. That's a lot of good grenade damage. Will be healed up here by Wombat, but definitely going to be down bad here now, all without armor, and Wombat with just 20 HP.
Yeah, it looks like that they might be securing mid, just to see if if they can rotate off, make it easier, make it like a shortcut, or even use mid to their advantage to take A.
So Bean Boy at 27 HP is gonna be in catwalk here. It looks like they are just gonna, they have their Cypher trap set for B site, so they're not gonna worry about it. They are gonna stack on A side here. It is gonna be a Hunter's Fury coming out from Casper. Is he gonna catch anyone with it? No, he does get Artwook down a little bit, but Gokster in the meanwhile does get VCan, so it is gonna be now a 4-on-4. Looking for that headshot, but Neeb's gonna get Wombat, and Casper not able to land those headshots. That's gonna be a lot of damage. That's gonna be Neeb's picking up a second one as well. That's going to mean 2 people alive for St. Clair. Not too much happening. And I mean, realistically, it was a save round for St. Clair, so it doesn't really mean too much. But definitely looked a lot better for them in those first 2 rounds than it has in these last couple.
Yeah, like as long as they get 1 or 2 picks off, they've done their job. They're just putting that dent in their Madison's eco.
Yeah, for sure. So it's going to be now UWM taking the lead in this game over St. Clair. Have won the last 3 rounds in a row. Definitely have momentum in their favor, but St. Clair will be back on the buys, Vandals and Phantoms in hand, waiting for something to happen. And JRC will have Bladestorm available and Wombat and VCan with ults as well. We'll have a lot of utility here. We are just going to have Neebs with his Hunter's Fury and Artwook with his Cypher ult as well. So a lot of utility for both of these teams. And I'm looking for St. Clair to go towards B, which it looks like they have. Because they have VCan's ult available, he can't put that down. And they're going to try and take control of B site. They know that UWM tends to sway towards A. And you see actually there's 3 invested here on A site. So if St. Clair push this fast, they can actually take control of B very quickly. And UWM is going to have to respond with basically the bomb already down.
Yeah, and you see now that their Sova uses their ult and tries to clear B just to make sure that there's no one in there and hits Wombat once.
There's going to be VCan and Artwook here in mid. VCan going to win that. He's going to take quite a bit of damage, though, so he'll be down quite bad. Blossom going to get one. Bean Boy going to trade back JRC, though, so this is going to be 4-3. Wombat going to get one in spawn. That's huge for St. Clair. They go up to 4 players, just 2 for UWM here, but Bean Boy has a decent flank, but the Wolves will find him, so they know he's going to be in mid area, and they know the other one is going to be on A site. So will Bean Boy, his teammate here in Doc, be able to make this 2v4 happen? That's going to be a Odin spam through the wall. That's feels bad. That's the power of Sova with an Odin.
Oh yeah, now they definitely know that he's either going to be coming through mid or through their original spawn.
Ooh, Gokster gets one. Looks for a second. Gets Casper as well. That's 2 quick ones. And this could be dangerous for St. Clair. He is down to 54 HP here. He's going to have to play this carefully. Here's one knockdown to Market. Going to get a third. This could go huge for Gokster here. Just going to get one Wombat back of sight. Used the flash, but wasn't able to actually get it onto Gokster. Gokster has to push this. Wombat and Gokster. Mono Wombat winning that 1v1 and saving the round for St. Clair. But, I mean, that was huge for Gokster. He took out 3 people in that one. And, I mean, Sky went down to the bomb as well. So, effectively, he 1v4'd in that round. Didn't quite take it, but definitely hurt St. Clair's eco in that one.
Yeah, that was really cheeky from Wombat, just sitting behind that wall and also just having patience. That's like one of the most important things in Valorant, because sometimes you're holding a corner for like 2 minutes, no one's showing up. The second you look away,
it's the worst feeling in the entire world. It's you're holding a corner for 40 seconds, and then as soon as you turn away, that's when they appear, and you're like, the timing literally couldn't be better. So 3-3 all tied up here now. Ults available for a couple members here. Killjoy Lockdown is still available for St. Clair, so they can use that to their advantage early on here. Looks like VCan might be searching for it for this A push, but we do have the bomb on Casper all the way over at B right now.
Yeah, and we also have Saints having what's it called? It's mid control. As you can see, Astra might be Astra's facing. Oh, Astra dies to Bean Boy with the knives.
Yeah, Bladestorm was activated there and will get a kill for it. We'll have that available still. Going to be holding mid here, going towards Market. And St. Clair still hesitating here, not wanting to push onto A site. These Astra smokes are really good. And Guardian kill for Artwook onto Casper there on B site, but was able to get bomb all the way over to A. So was able to keep that, but that's going to be all of them scanned, and that means UWM knows exactly where they are. They're fully invested on A. We're going to see rotation out here real quick from UWM. Cypher is going to be holding B. Flash going to come out of Wombat, so they know there's a few on site here, but only 27 seconds. St. Clair needs to push really soon.
Yeah, either push or rotate as fast as they possibly can, or even just kill all of what's it called W or UWM.
There's gonna be flashes exchanged for both sides here. St. Clair with only 11 seconds left. They're gonna have to push sometime sooner, or just give up on this one. It looks like they aren't gonna push on site. 6 seconds left. VK gonna get one, but still 3 remaining here, and that's gonna mean it's gonna be a grenade coming down on Gokster there, but Gokster will survive here for a moment. That's gonna be sprays from both sides, but don't give me contact. Finally, VK takes one. Wombat takes another, but that was a really odd round. There was still 6 people alive at the end of that round. Like, St. Clair hesitated for so long there. They couldn't make a decision. And, I mean, in the end, they did end up getting 4 people, so it wasn't so bad. But in terms of economy, if you're keeping 3 people alive at the end of the round, you're getting so much less money at the end of that one. So, I mean, it's going to result in some really weird buys like we see now. We see Wombat with a Guardian and full shield, while Blossom sitting on Revolver and full shield, and Casper with a Spectre and half shield. So it just causes havoc for economy. And, I mean, that's something that's super important to Valorant.
Well, see, now that's the thing, right? It's either that you save and you get like a couple $100 extra, or sorry, yeah, if you either save and get a couple $100 and keep your gun that is worth like 3,000.
Oh. Bean Boy with a spicy Marshall shot through mid there. Wombat does trade back, but Bean Boy going to get another shot onto JRC. He's on fire with this, and he actually tags up Blossom on the way through the middle. Bugsy going to get one as well, and it's all up to Casper here, the only one left, and they try to push through mid, and that Marshall from that Jet just looked unbelievable there.
Yeah, they're holding the spike in mid right now. So, Casper has no choice but either to push or to save, and dies to Arthwood.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is he only bought Light Shield, so it only took 2 Guardian shots for him to get taken down there. UWM go up 5-3 now, and St. Clair will most likely be on a full save for most of their members. So, I mean, right now, I think definitely momentum in UWM's favor here. Bean Boy really, really good with that Marshall. Got 2 picks in mid, and that's something where, as a Jet, it's one of those innate skills where if you can do well with the Marshall, a lot of times you see it bought on round 2 because people aren't buying armor. And you see it bought on those save rounds, and most of the time you'd see players go towards the Revolver. If you can flex to the Marshall and do well with it, it's so important for your team.
Yeah, no, definitely. Looks like that now they're actually full committing on B, maybe.
It is a save round, so they can't afford to do this, and that's going to be a dash out, but Casper going to get JRC with the shock there. That's not the teammate you were looking for. Neeb's going to get VCAN in the meanwhile, but is traded out here. It is going to be now 4-3. For these teams. Bean Boy gonna get 1, gonna get 2, looking for 3 here. Not gonna be able to get it though. Casper gonna ward him off for a second, looking for a headshot there. Gravity Well gonna come down, and that's gonna be Arthwook taking out Casper. And a quick round there, a pretty good round there out at the Jet as well. I think Bean Boy definitely looking hot here in this series so far.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like, it's just so like satisfying seeing like 2 teams just brawling now and just seeing them like go head to head, toe to toe with each other. It's nice to see, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So, looking at this next round here, we are going to have full buys out of St. Clair, a couple of half shields for Wombat and Casper. So they will be on light duty going into this one, but both teams going to have full loadouts here. St. Clair down 6-3. Definitely needs to pick up this round, because if they lose this one, they're going into another save, and then, you know, you end up getting on that kind of momentum train where you lose round after round after round instead of, you know, you end up down 9-3 at the half. So I think it's going to be really important for St. Clair to take this round. They have ults available, and I'm surprised. VCAN's ult has been available for the entire, like, basically the last 4 or 5 rounds. He's had that available and hasn't used it yet. So I'm very surprised that it's not being utilized, because if you look over at UWM right now, like, the big thing when you're playing Killjoy that you want to look for is that Hunter's Fury cooldown, because if the other team Sova doesn't have ult available, then there's no way to counter it. So it is Bugsy going to get tagged up here, but Casper not able to make contact, does get the 3rd shot though, but Bean Boy going to trade him out in the meantime. Trades all around. It is going to be 3-on-3 here. Like, it's going to be rotated up, but like I was saying, like, I think they need to use VCAN's ult a lot sooner here, because he's gone so many rounds, gotten so many kills and deaths that haven't really counted towards another ultimate here. And I think that lockdown is super important for St. Clair to try and take these sites, especially B. So I really want to see them use it sometime sooner here and not try and hold it off for that perfect round.
Yeah, and especially like that ult is usually meant for what's it called, for you to like put the ult down, start planning, or plant and then put the ult down, make sure that you do not defuse, and just get them off the site, you know?
Yeah, so Casper will take down Gokster here, but he does have the KO ultimate available, so will be in shutdown mode. Blossom getting it one. Looking for a second here. Bean Boy does smoke it out, and is going to stabilize the KO here, so Gokster will get a second try in this round, but JRC going to get him through the wall there. He knew exactly what Bean Boy was going to try and do. Going to look for one. Blazer, I'm going to get one. Bean Boy just has one to beat, but JRC, the better Jet, wins, and that's going to be JRC taking round number 10% Clair in a much-needed buy round they had.
Oh no, that was just perfect. They were just waiting for the right moment. They're like, okay, so he's probably gonna raise him. We know where he is, so we might as well just mark it down on the map and just look where we're looking and just shoot him, you know?
Yep, for sure. That was really smart play there by St. Clair. JRC and Wombat knew exactly what Bean Boy was gonna try and do, and Bean Boy tried to come through with the heroics. He got a nice kill on the Astra there, but JRC just ended up having the better aim in that second duel and ended up taking that one. So St. Clair finally taken around here before the half. And I mean, we saw last week their attacking half was so dominant. Like outside of a few mistakes, they should have had that way more rounds in that attacking one. But this one we've seen like UWM at 6 rounds here on defense is definitely not normal for Ascent.
Well, this is also like a defendant-sided map, and that's no excuse, but maybe they learned from last week and they're like, okay, so now we need to scrim, and now we need to like hold sites. We need to know how to defend better.
Yeah, so Blossom will be spotted out through the scanner there. Bugsy gonna get one with the Odin actually. So teams will be at 4 apiece. That Killjoy ult did get one detained, but didn't end up in a kill. Casper with a nice flank though gets one. He's behind their entire team. A Bean Boy gonna take him out before he can do any more damage. So it will be a 3v3 retake here. Can UWM take another round off of St. Clair? Will they hold on to this? Oh, it's going to be 2 for Blossom! Beautiful spray control there, but Bugsy going to clean that up. It's going to be a 1v2. Can Bugsy do it? Down to 40 HP in a dream. In the 1v2 scenario, JRC looking like he wants to hop up into heaven here, but he's not going to decide to do it. Going to wait for it, and Bugsy going to go for the save on the Odin there, but a beautiful spray by Blossom. Got 2 kills and secured the round here for St. Clair.
Yeah, that was so awesome. Like, that was just speechless.
Yeah, that was really good from Blossom. But, I mean, in the end there, though, you did see... Oh, I guess it's part of their eco. So, very smart move actually by St. Clair there is they have enough eco to actually end up dying on that bomb and prevent the Astra from getting anything more than just the Odin. Because, I mean, the Odin's okay, but it's not, you know, your preferred gun, unless you're Bugsy. But, I mean, they didn't actually end up... They ended up going down there, VCAN and... JRC committing to that one and letting the bomb go off. And I mean, if St. Clair can take this one, it'll bring it back to an even half. And I mean, for me, I think UWM has definitely looked a lot better in this first half. I think St. Clair won that pistol round and won the bonus round after. And then, you know, St. Clair, last couple rounds have done pretty well. But overall, I think UWM has their calling card. And I'm really looking forward to how St. Clair defend in this one, because I feel like that's kind of their weak side in this map.
Yeah, I feel that too. Like I said, maybe St. Clair started what's it called, working on defending more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's gonna be Blossom getting one, looking for a second though. Bugsy gonna get 2 with the Odin till Blossom finally takes him down. Arthwook gonna get 1 with the Ares, and it's gonna be Casper in a 1v2 here. Gonna look for one hiding behind this box. Shock Dart gonna come out. He is gonna be spotted here in Catwalk, so they know where Casper is. He's gonna have to play this very smartly in the 1v2. He suspects someone is behind this box, so he is going to go behind Generator here. Neebs with the Odin in top. Not going to get it though. Arthwook going to win that with the Ares, and the LMGs came through in that round. That was 3 kills on that Odin for Bugsy, and then 2 kills for Arthwook on that Ares. So, I mean, it's been said for a long time, Odin is definitely very, very strong on Ascent, but you could see in full force there how good it actually can be in the hands of someone who knows how to use it.
Yeah, I mean, personally, on Ascent, what I would do is I would go on B, and I would just go behind that graffiti of the dog, and I'd be Sova, and I would just shoot the locating dart.
It's the best play.
It's just easy 3 kills.
It's true. But I think a lot of players at this high level do realize that strat, and that's why they tend to go behind the box and not beside it. But here we go. Second half, UWM up 7-5 over St. Clair right now. Definitely not the scoreline we thought coming into Ascent on attack, because realistically St. Clair has looked so good on attack, but definitely UWM looking pretty well. That's going to be a flashbang out into B site, but Wombat not going to take the peek, just going to walk back onto site. Does have a Killjoy turret here to support him as well. Scan Dart won't catch him actually. Does manage to hide back there, but looks like they are going to retreat off of B site here. They will have one hooking all the way around towards A. Smoke going to come out, and yeah, it looks like they're going to retreat back. Maybe think about a rotation towards mid.
Yeah. It looks like that they now they have control over mid, and they can go on any set they want.
So they will be scanning out Catwalk here, just waiting for someone to walk out. With Sinclair not going to take any chances, playing very reserved. See, all 5 of these players, are, with the exception of Casper here, playing almost back of sites and spawn. So very, very much ready for these rotations to come through. Smoke will come down here in just a second on Catwalk. Casper going to throw out the scan dart in tree. So he knows there's going to be someone there. Going to find 2, but not going to find any damage. Actually does get Bugsy down quite low. Shock dart going to come through. Going to get one with the shock dart, and Bugsy down to 10 HP is going to be very low. Casper going to get one through the smoke, but Arthwook going to trade it back. JRC and Blossom going to get ones of their own. It's going to be one left on site here. Looking for the KO. JRC going to clean it up. Vcan definitely wishing he had that one back, but JRC will clean it up, and that's going to be a 4-for-1 for St. Clair, and that's, or 5-for-1 for St. Clair. That's definitely what you want to see. And St. Clair winning both pistol rounds, definitely huge momentum makers. And it means most likely we'll see a 7-7 scoreline here and a fresh start. And I think going into this second half, what do you think St. Clair needs to do to try and get themselves back into a position to win this game?
Personally, I would hold more corners. I would hold the set. I would have more patience.
And like, you think about last week, how they played. Obviously, like we said, it was a very close game last week. But, I mean, St. Clair did end up losing it. So, what do you think they changed compared to what they did last week to try and win this one out into UWM?
Well, last week, we seen like Casper, I believe, like he would flank a lot. And he would try to do like the same thing over and over and over again. It's to the point where they just know what's going to happen next. And this one, it looks like that they're holding a little bit back.
Oh, no. That's a knife kill for Bugsy onto Blossom there. I had no idea that he hooked around through mid. Bomb plant going to come down here in just a second. Casper going to get 1, and actually going to pick up his 3rd kill of the round, but Arthwook, in the meanwhile, does get a trade back, so it is going to be 2v2. Plant will come down here in just a moment. Door comes down onto Catwalk, so they won't be able to come through there unless they will be heard. Door will be broken here in just a second. Wombat and Vcan against 2 from UWM here. They will flashbang out through this door. Vcan, meanwhile, comes through heaven and does get 1. They're going to push Arthwook here. Arthwook with the Spectre in hand, going to try and win this one, but Wombat going to get the better of him. St. Clair take another round, and I mean, there was actually, I think, a buy coming out of UWM there, like a light buy, so I think they did damage their eco pretty well.
Oh, yeah, they did light buy, and they lost a lot of money, but, you know, it's not at the end of the world. You can always get the money back. They kind of have enough for a full buy again. Yeah, they do. Except for the shields, maybe.
Yeah, so it's going to be a pretty interesting round here. You see a couple of revolvers here for Blossom and JRC. Casper with the Phantom and light shields, and Wombat and Vcan opting for the Spectre and full shields. Meanwhile, over on the other side, all members with rifles for UWM. So definitely around St. Clair. Wants to look for, doesn't necessarily have the guns to do it, but definitely doable here. Take this round, and at 7-7 right now, if you're UWM, ooh, Beanboy with an early kill on Casper though. They're going to rush this site pretty hard. JRC is going to get spammed through this wall. They're not going to know he's there though, so he will stay alive, and he's going to push back towards top heaven.
Yeah, looks like now that they have, they planted the site, the bomb on the spike.
Bomb on the site? I thought I was going to say spike too. Alright. Grenade coming out here onto top of heaven. Means they will delay them here for a second here. Still 4 strong for St. Clair. They do get 1 Wombat. Gets Neebs from Catwalk here. Going to look to try and get 1 underneath. Bugsy going to get 1. Going to get 2. Gox are going to find a 3rd. And that's going to be just 1 left. Gox are going to find him. That's going to be UWM quickly taking that round. That went from 4 from St. Clair to 1 from St. Clair in literally half a second. So really, really well played there by UWM, and definitely a lot more control there. And it means St. Clair is going to be forced onto another light buy.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting from both sides. Especially, like, I believe it was this round that they got the knife kill.
Last round.
Yeah, that was pretty good from them. It was just like the perfect moment.
For sure. So it looks like it is going to be a Spectre here for Bean Boy. Is going to have ult available very soon though, so we'll look towards that Blade Storm in the future here. KO most likely going to look for this orb and force himself onto B here in just a second. So Yeah, it looks like he will activate the ult there. It's going to be Hunter's Fury coming to Casper, though. VK going to hit one with the Judge. B-Boy going to answer it back, though. Down to 14 HP. Casper going to get Gogster in that down state, so he will be on one knee, waiting for a teammate to revive him. Jet, revive me, please. What are you shouting? Oh, Wombat with a nasty deagle. Oh, going to get another one. Wombat holding this site really well, looking for a third, but Gogster going to get him finally in back of sight there, but it doesn't matter because Wombat did his job, got two here, and Bomb is going to be down on site. JRC getting one with a Spectre, and this is disaster for UWM. Blossom taking down Gogster, and that's going to mean guns all around for St. Clair. That is a round you definitely needed to win.
Yeah, as you can see, the players are just fist pumping. They're like, yeah, we got this. It's easy. We got this.
Yeah, it always feels good to win those eco rounds because when you look how you want to play into the next one, like you can see Blossom with 4K here, JRC with almost 4K. It means that despite you maybe losing the next buy round, you have enough money to go for another buy round after. So it means so much for their economy. And you see kind of a mixed buy here, pretty light buy from the side of UWM here. A classic for Bean Boy with light shields, but Bladestorm is available, so we'll go for that. But they are going to have some pretty mixed weaponry here, so St. Clair definitely having the edge in weapons. Double updraft going to come through. Spots went out in hell, but not going to be able to get that pick, so will be a push sometime soon here on A site. They are all stacking towards it. Flash is going to come out, but Smoke going to be down there. They are going to have to wait for a second.
Yeah, Astra's holding mid for any flankers. They're like, okay, so if anyone goes mid, I got him. If anyone flanks you guys, I got him. You guys just take your time on A.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see a Killjoy bot out in market just to make sure no one can get by there. Slow push is going to come through here in just a second. Caster waiting with that recon dart, see if he can find anything. He will spot it out behind this box, but can't be shot through it anymore because of that change made in the most recent patch there. So Casper going to spam through the smoke here. Bugsy, meanwhile, does end up getting that pick in mid, and that's going to be huge. It means the rotation will come quickly out here. It's just going to be Wombat on B site. Going to have some teammates joining him sometime soon, but we'll have to hold this at least for the moment. Yeah, rotation here is going to go towards B site. Casper will hold on to A, stay in that anchor position for a while. Flash going to come out on site here. Blossom going to stack up on Bugsy with the teammate there, but Neeb's going to get the revolver kill. Wombat with trade back. So this is going to be 11 HP here on Wombat. Can he survive? Wall down as well. Heal going to come out. Put up JRC back to full HP. Bomb will be on site here. Planted. It will be a 3v3 here. Wombat very, very low, though. This is going to be dangerous peeking these corners.
Yeah.
Casper is going to have a position here. Market. Oh, Neebs, the beautiful shot with the revolver. Casper is going to trade one back to one of Neebs. Arthur going to get one with the Bulldog. It is going to mean JRC having to 1v2 clutch this. Bean Boy holding this tight angle. Doesn't have Bladestorm available anymore, actually, so it will be just the classic. JRC is going to have to push on site here sometime soon. We'll find one. We'll look for the other. No. Arthur going to survive here at the moment. Going to get chip damage, but not going to take him down, though. Is going to pull on the classic. Going to get the right click, and JRC clutching up in the 1v2. That's some beautiful play there. The right click with the classic always comes through.
Yeah, the classic is actually broken. Like, they actually need to nerf it. Like,
it just looks broken because JRC's using it. That's all it is.
Yeah, every time I use it, it just feels like I'm just shooting them with the Nerf bullet.
It's great. It's every time I shoot them with the right click on a classic, it somehow hits them for like 30 damage, and they do it and it's 130. It makes no sense. But regardless, beautiful clutch there by JRC and takes St. Clair into the lead again in this game. They haven't had that since round number 2, so I think really, really good motivation for them to try and pull ahead in this one. And we are going to see full buys out of both teams this round with full economies. Both of these teams are going to have a lot of rifles here to work with, and this is going to be a super important round moving forward, because if UWM loses this round, it does mean they're going to be back down to another eco round, and their next buy is going to be at St. Clair's 11 win mark. So realistically, you're going to have to try and win this round, put yourself in a much better position going on later in this game.
Yeah, if I was University of Wisconsin, what I would do, I would just stack everyone on one site, push at the same time, and if one goes down, the other one kills them. Just trades. Even though it's going to be a classic, you'll at least get a Vandal out of it.
Yeah, it'll be a good trade for them. So it is going to be suppression here on site. Hunter's Fury going to come out here. Arthur going to get JRC, though. Blossom going to trade it out here. Neeb's going to get one with the Hunter's Fury, though. So the ultimate will result in a kill here. VK going to push up with Casper towards the door here. It will be broken before they can get that plant down, and the Killjoy will come down from VK as well. They're going to go for the plant, though, regardless. This is going to be Casper walking out here. Going to find one. Looking at the wall there, trying to look at his camera. That's going to be just coming down on site. They are going to get one detained, actually, so VK will get a kill. They're going to be pinged out here. Not going to get that one. Wombat will clean it up. Just going to be Solo left in that back corner, and VK going to clean him up. That's going to mean St. Clair take round number 18, and that was definitely a round they needed to win.
Yeah, like that was a perfect round too. The VK was like, okay, Sova just used his ult. If I just put this ult down, they're not going to be able to shoot it. They have to push. And I have Casper with me over here. It's going to be an easy 2 kills if they try to push it.
Yeah, for sure. So St. Clair played that really well. And, I mean, when you place that specific Killjoy ult in that spot, like the lockdown, it covers all of site. And the only spot, sorry, the only spot they can really take is that back corner and wine. So all you have to do, send someone to wine, which was VCAN. You have someone on site cleaning up anyone who got detained, and you take the round for free. So it's really nice, and especially it was really key there. VCAN waited for the Hunter's Fury to finish from UWM before he went for that Killjoy ult. Really smart play to be able to wait that out, and then as soon as that third shot comes out, that's when you put the ult down and you go for the play on site.
Yeah, Wisconsin looks now to be going on a Bean Boy gets a kill on JRC.
Is going to mean... Ooh, Casper going to get one through the smoke. Blossom going to find one as well. That's a shock dart there onto Arthrook. Arthrook in a bad spot here. Is going to clean up by Casper, and Bomb going to be down on sidewalk here, but it is just going to be 1v2. Neeb's going to get him as well. It's just going to be Wombat versus 1. Doesn't actually hear the flash, so doesn't know where Neebs is here. Neebs has a chance. Ooh, going to break the window. That's not where you want to look, Wombat. And Neebs going to take the last 2 and clutch up that round for UWM. And, I mean... right there, I was actually just really unfortunate timing because that flashbang out of Wombat went through but didn't actually make the sound because it didn't flash Neebs there. So, didn't really know where Neebs was.
Yeah, he looked away just at the perfect time. He just went behind that cover just at the perfect time. We're just like a couple pixels away.
Yeah, it's just one of those unfortunate timings. So, 10-9 the scoreline now. It's a close game.
It's a very close game. On paper, it should be still close to game. Now, it looks like that they are half buying, full buying. University of Wisconsin Madison is going to be pushing A. I believe so. They have A all to themselves right now. JRC looks to be going back onto A, while they have the A now. They're planting the bomb on A.
Sorry about that. Neeb's going to get bombed down on A site here in just a moment. It is going to be 4-on-5. St. Clair going to go for this retake down, a man up around, but is going to have Blade Storm here available for JRC. We've seen him do incredible things with this ultimate. But it is definitely going to be hard here. A lot of util being used on Heaven, which is where 2 players are. They are going to get scanned out, actually. So they are going to know one's coming from sidewalk. Bugsy with a beautiful flank from mid is going to catch out Blossom there. It is going to mean St. Clair forced to back off here in just a second. VCAN hunting for Bugsy here in mid, but they are going to go for this, actually. Nice headshot there by VCAN, getting at 1. Looking for a second one. Wombat going to get one. That's going to mean an answer back. JRC going to have to go for this defuse, but Gox are going to get both of them with the Ares on site, and that means UWM tie this game up at 10 apiece.
Yeah. That was an intense game. I believe most of St. Clair's, they were on B and mid while they were just pushing A. Like they had A all to themselves.
Yeah, definitely a really good macro play there by UWM. And I mean, we've seen Bugsy a couple of rounds. He just walks to mid, sits in that back corner, like just to the right of where the defenders look, and then just waits, and then like. Just at about a minute or 45 seconds, that's when St. Clair rotates their person from B. And if someone takes a greedy rotate through mid, they end up getting picked off. So Bugsy with really good awareness got a pick there. Ooh, VCAN getting it one with the revolver early in this one, and that's really good for St. Clair.
Yeah, especially now that they're, I believe, on a safe round.
Ooh, Wombat going to get a second one. That's huge. That means they have guns available for them to pick up here in just a second. So they are going to play pretty aggressive here. And VCAN and Wombat both going to get some actual rifles. So St. Clair definitely a chance to take this round from away from. But Neebs and Gox are going to get one apiece. Bean Boy getting it a third. And just like that, it is going to mean St. Clair going to be 2 versus 3 here. Ults available for everyone, though, except for the KO. Not going to have is available right now. But Hunter's Fury and Blade Storm for UWM, while the Lockdown and Wolves are available for St. Clair. And I mean, I would be surprised to see them use an ultimate here. I think this is going to be a really tough retake because there isn't really a lot of time. to actually take this one. Scandart will come out onto site. Not going to see anyone, though, for the moment. Beanboy going to get Vcan in heaven there. Wombat going to get one. Looking for a second here, but Neebs is going to retreat back to Wine here. And is going to go for this play, actually, on site. Flashbang not going to find anyone, though. Beanboy going to be playing this generator perfectly. That is unfortunate. Oh, Shock Dart going to come out. Going to get him. Wombat finds one. Neebs is in that corner. He knows he's going to have to get half here if he wants a chance to actually take this. Going to hold this defuse. Shock Dart not going to make contact with Neebs. Going to go for the cleanup anyway, and that's going to mean they will take that round. But St. Clair, a really, really good eco round there. Got every single gun off the UWM members.
Yeah, that was a good play by their Jet. Like, just playing Ring Around the Rosie on Generator. It's my favorite strat. Always a win.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, you see now, despite the fact that UWM won that round, their eco just looks really odd, right? Like, they are going to have full shields and rifles for everyone, but Beanboy is... Oh, Beanboy, actually, never mind. Beanboy does have Blade Storm, so he will have full shields and as well as assault rifle, so... We'll have the capability here, but St. Clair is going to be able to buy for everyone. So this probably will be the game determining round here. Either side ends up losing. Their econ is going to tank, and it's going to be really tough for me to see them winning that next round. So very, very important round here for both of these teams. They're going to be playing this one very safe. You see no one really forcing anything here from either side. No one going for these sneaky flanks. Everyone just holding their own, and everyone here holding their breath.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Do you think that this will go into overtime or not?
You know what? We've seen so many close St. Clair games in the last 2 weeks. I really think we could see an overtime here. I think both these teams playing really well. I'm really going to have to see a good ult usage. Vcan still has his ult available. It is going to be a wall coming down, though, on site, so they will push it. Like I was saying, Vcan has ult available, so I think St. Clair does basically have a free round out of that one, however they see using Neebs. Gonna put bomb down here in just a second, so they will get the plant here. Wolves gonna come out. Flashbang gonna get one as well. Neebs gonna get sprayed down by Blossom there, but Arthwick with an answer is gonna find one for his own. Bomb gonna be an awkward spot here. Wombat gonna get a nice spray there onto Beanboy. Smoke gonna come out here. That's gonna be a couple nades going down on the site that will stop the plant for the moment here, but it's gonna be a lot of util being used towards CT spawn, or towards T spawn here. Wombat gonna look for the kill, but gosh, they're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4! Holy smokes, Vcan gonna get the trade, but it doesn't matter because that was 3 quick kills for UWM there, and they take that round. Gox are going massive.
Yeah, now St. Clair's is forced to go into a save right now. After that play from KO, that was just perfect.
Yeah, that was a spray of a lifetime. That's exactly. And there was so much util being used towards the attacker spawn there, and somehow Gox are able to dodge all of it and get a couple of nice headshots there, land that last shot. And the crazy thing was, if he hadn't landed that shot, it would have been really hard for me to see them win that round, because Vcan had the grenade going underneath him, and he was taking damage from it, and just before he died, he got that last hit onto Vcan and ended up taking him down. So looks like they will look towards B here, actually. I don't think we've seen... I think we've seen them go on B like maybe once this entire game. So definitely a sneaky play here from the side of UWM. Not going to catch them ready for this one, I don't think.
Yeah, KU uses his ult and just goes on B. Now everyone else they cannot use their utilities.
Goxter does get a kill on Wombat on site there, and that's going to mean a free plant, but it is going to be 2 on flank here. St. Clair going to be trying to push this, but smoke is available. Neeb's going to get Casper on the flank, though, and they are going to know there will be one more with the Jet ult being used. Vcan still with Killjoy ult, though, so we'll have a lockdown available. JRC going to get one with the Guardian. That's huge. That gives him a chance in this round. He will switch it out for the Vandal here. Lockdown going to come down here in just a second. That's going to mean they're forced to try and play on this site, and they will be pushing out here in just a second. 5 seconds on this Killjoy ult. Then I'm going to be detained on site here. Finally, will push out here in just a second, but they're all going to get locked down here. Blossom going to find 2, and there's 2 more detained. There's one person, like, they played that so badly. They didn't push out in time, and they all got detained. They all got locked down, and they end up losing sight. And not only that, St. Clair gets to keep their eco intact, and they get to pick up free Vandals. So, I mean, a complete misplay there by UWM.
I mean, they probably were just hoping with all their heart that KO would throw that cluster grenade and land on the ult. It was off.
It was very, very close, but that must have been one of those times, too, where your KO goes, okay, I got this. I'm going to throw this exactly where it needs to go. And Goxter just goes, tosses it just a little bit off of where it needs to go. But St. Clair paid that perfectly. And all credit to them. They had so much patience there, but it does mean we're going into our final round of regular time here, and you can see from these buys, it is definitely going to be St. Clair favorite. They do have all the ARs available to them, while the attackers here for UWM just have Spectres and Revolvers. So St. Clair definitely looking to put us into another overtime, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah, we still have an ult from Saints Astra, I believe.
Oh, yeah, we do have two of those. Casper and Blossom going to pick up, kill a piece. Gox are going to hit Casper, though, on site here. He picks up a gun. That is huge. It makes it 3-3, and there's going to be down to 10 HP, though. Goxter down quite low. All members of St. Clair very, very healthy here, and Astral Wall still available for them as well. He is going to look back towards window here. Wombat with a nice headshot there is going to find one. It's just going to be 2 versus 3. Can UWM clutch this one out, or will St. Clair bring us into an overtime? The final one under heaven is just going to be 1 versus the Maul. Just going to be this lonely Astra. Bugsy trying to be the hero, make this play. They won't go for the defuse just yet. Going to push on to site here. Going to find one. Going to be able to hold generator here. Smoke going to come down. One way going to find him. Look for what's the first on site, but it's not going to matter. JRC going to clean up with the Ares. And the defuse will come down here. It's going to be close. Oh my goodness. Bugsy clutches it out. And UWM take it 13-11.
0.17 milliseconds. Holy.
Only St. Clair. Only St. Clair. And I mean, all credit to Bugsy there. All credit to Bugsy. Played that perfectly with the wall. And they pulled it literally 0.17 seconds between an overtime and UWM taking that victory. But played it perfectly. And I mean, you can go back and analyze that play however you want. I definitely think they should have had someone covering for it. You had one person covering the move in from door there and one person covering spawn. But I mean, realistically, like, 0.17 seconds, you gotta look back and say, okay, like, that's just unfortunate. That's just how the game goes. And I mean, again, these Valorant games for St. Clair are so insanely close, but it's just St. Clair, just one small misstep, and it's just a loss for them. So
yeah, like, I feel like this is what I've seen happen. Okay, Sky. Sorry, I believe it's Wombat, right?
Yeah.
He threw his bird through the wall, right? And he flashed it. They thought that the Astra was in CT.
Yeah. Because they didn't hear that sound. It's that cue, right? It's that small
no, they heard it.
Sound cue.
They heard it. And that's why they believed that it was in that
CT.
They were in. Yeah.
Oh. It's a heartbreaker, too, because you think back a couple rounds before, too, and the same thing happened, right? Where Wombat throws out the flash, don't hear a sound cue, so he doesn't expect them to be on the other side of that wall, but then ends up being there and ends up costing St. Clair the round. But I mean, to all credit, Wombat top fragged there, and as you know, we didn't have him here last week. He was the substitute out for Lupo. He comes back, top frags this game, looks unbelievably good in a lot of parts of this game. So I think all credit goes to Wombat there, and again, St. Clair on Ascent within 1 round. Yeah, so we are going to be going into a quick break here. Just a second. Map number 2 will be Ascent, and it will be St. Clair starting on attack
it's
again.
Haven.
Or sorry, yeah, Haven. That's what I meant. We are going to be on Haven, and St. Clair will be starting on attack. We'll be back here in just a second with some more St. Clair Saints Valorant action.